welcome over to my YouTube channel. And that's okay. Don't have to. Alright. Definitely a different streaming world than TikTok. Gonna have to grow it organically here. Alright, we're making a outside twist glow-in-the-dark glass pipe. It is going to be absolutely freaking amazing. It's going to look awesome. We're using a glow-in-the-dark glass material that is ground up glass, and then we are going to shape it into a textured pipe with an outside swirl twist to it for grip. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Alright, so let's do this. Let's get it all situated here. Let's make it wet. What's up, Little? I don't know what happened. I couldn't. I think I had the video, my live stream unlisted. I've been live for like 20 minutes. Hey, what's up, Catastrophic Beth? How are you doing? Yeah, I've been live for like 20 minutes. I think I had my settings all wrong. I've been like jamming on here. Couldn't figure out why I didn't have an audience. I think I had it set to unlisted. So weird. I don't know YouTube that well. But we're on YouTube and we are on Kick. If you are not a subscriber on Kick, meaning follower, whatever they call it, I would appreciate you could follow me on Kick too. It's not on Kick? Yeah, I'm on Kick right now. I know it. Yeah, I didn't have it set to, it was almost like it was set on YouTube to private. I couldn't figure out why nobody was on. I mean, usually I get someone out of the blue, and nothing was happening. I think I had the audience set wrong. So I went in and re-looked at the settings and changed it to public, and then not made for kids, obviously. Don't want to have kids involved on this. But yeah, I am live on Kick. Kick is really slow. I don't know what happens, but sometimes it doesn't show that I'm live on there. I don't understand it yet. Maybe because I'm using a program called Meld. Kind of like OBS, but different. Much easier to use, but maybe it's not integrating with it very well. But I can tell you the camera on Meld is amazing. Over on the Kick side, the camera is fantastic. Can you guys hear me okay? I have the microphone running the same way that I do on TikTok. I just don't know if it makes a difference on using Prism for an outside source or not. Sounds fine, thank you. Yeah, I didn't know if it was coming in clear. I'm using the same microphone that I do on TikTok. I'm debating whether I need a boom arm with I think they call it a dynamic mic. Like a shotgun mic or something. I'm not sure yet. So anyway, this is the glow in the dark. We got the tubing all set. I'm going to add the little outside stripes onto it, the thick part to it, to make this pipe into a twisted piece. And then we're going to form it up. This piece I originally designed for snowboarders, because you have the gloves on and stuff. Be a little easier to grip for them. But then it just kind of took off on its own. It was like its own little world. I saw a lot. This is probably my most popular style. This and the alien head. Okay, that's too big a flame. Tone it down a bit. Too big a flame. So the trick is to lay these big, thick lines on here, but not fully blend them in. Leave it textured. And just like the pens, it creates this really cool spiral to it. So we're just coming through all the way around. Actually, that was all I needed. Got all the way around. So we got the thick nubs all the way. And bring it over to here. I gotta remember kick is on. Yeah, that's the nice thing about YouTube. And the other thing I kind of like about YouTube is it's good and bad. There are no GIFs on here. Like TikTok, you don't feel like you have to give any GIFs. You know, subscribers are good. You know, you can get monetized a couple different ways on here. But like not having to ask people for gifts or have gifts implemented in your live stream in order to like get more views on the platform is really nice. YouTube is based on a lot of interaction. So you guys commenting on here, you'll notice that we'll get more streamers coming in, more organic views. So you can just comment random things on here and watch how it goes up. You screencast TikTok on your TV. I would too. I think that's like the best way to go. I had the big old monitor out in my studio, so that works. I actually have 3 monitors now out here. I got to do a new video of what I set up. No, the gifting doesn't bug me, but it does bug me that they kind of force it. If you're not getting gifts or that stuff, you're not going to get any views on your TikTok. That part I don't like about it. It's like they force you to try and get gifts. And that part bugs me. People should be, you know, they should want to give you a gift or a tip or whatever you want to call it, because they enjoy what you do, not where you have to be on there to get more views. And that part bugs me. It's like, you know, we did Community Fest and we did really, really well. And Doc Compton's also in the agency I'm with in, hey Melissa, in TikTok. And we had a discussion about having to battle to get through Community Fest. Yeah, you know, having to do battles to advance in Community Fest was kind of, both Doc Compton and myself were like, you know, we'd like to build content without having to battle. I want to go in and battle just to have fun, not because I'm being told I had to. That part bugs me. And maybe when TikTok gets sold and changes over a little bit, that changes a little. I'm hoping it does. There's going to be a lot of changes when TikTok does go through, the sale goes completely through. I think it's September 5th. There will definitely be changes. So I'm not worried about follower count or anything right now as much as keeping the community organized. You know, the people that we know, our group, organized. And I don't know what's going to happen with subscriptions. I just don't know. I'm curious as to what happens on the new app. If people have to resubscribe, or yeah, I have what I think is a really good community of people. They are apparently Oracle is involved in the sale, and one other person I can't remember, but that's one company. The other one is Amazon is a potential buyer. Which, if Amazon does it, it'll be good and bad. And then there's another group that's a contender that's owned by Mr. Wonderful off of the Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary. And he's been very serious about purchasing it. So there are three really big contenders. And someone may sneak up too. You know, if Elon or Zuckerberg come in and buy it, you never know. But apparently there is a really good buyers set for September 5th from a company called M2. That's what they're calling its code name. Yeah, I don't think he, honestly, I don't think he has the money. They're not going to cut off Worldview. They're going to cut off world transactions, if you will. There's going to be no monetary exchange allowed via foreign country. I mean, let's face it, they're doing this not for security reasons. They're doing it because they're not getting their fair share of what they think are their fair share of taxes. That's ultimately why they're doing this. It has nothing to do with security. It's a money grab. You know, TikTok is the largest social media app right now, generating tons of money. And they're not getting paid for it because China's getting the money. And they're pissed. You know, they want their fair cut. And then once TikTok becomes a US based company, watch how many lobbyists become TikTok lobbyists. You know, I'm just telling you, it's all money. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care if you're red, blue, purple, in the middle. Almost every single politician is freaking financially crooked. You know, and look at Pelosi. And I'm not picking on her because she's a Democrat. I'm picking on her because she outranked the top stock market analysts by 55%. She beat the best stock market analyst by 55% on her picks of stocks. You know, coincidence? No. She knew exactly what she was getting into and where the money came from. You know, same thing on the Republican side. You know, there are Republicans that are getting super rich, you know, knowing where the money's going. Hey, we're going to spend an extra $1 billion, $1 trillion on military. You know, we can't tell you where the money's going because it's top secret. Even though I have classified, I have top secret clearance to know what projects are getting made. You know, who's building the next generation aircraft that's top secret that we don't even know about. But I know because I'm top secret. I'm going to invest in that company. Yeah, there's total Total corruption in there. Both sides, everywhere. Both sides. There's only two politicians I've ever seen that never took a bribe, and they're not politicians anymore. One was Rick Santorum. He was classified as the poorest person in Congress. And then the other one was Rand Paul's father, Ron Paul. Ron Paul never took a dime from a lobbyist. I don't know about Rand, but Ron Paul never took a dime. You know, but yeah, they're all corrupt to a point. They know where the money's going. You know, if you knew what company was building the next classified plane worth, you know, $4.5 billion each, you would invest in that company too. So I think that's the corruption that I don't like. But to make long story short, that's why I think TikTok is being forced to be sold. The money has nothing to do with security, because they could secure it easy. All right, so I made this in the very beginning, and it went really south. I don't know what the hell to do with it. We're gonna make a mini pipe or something, maybe a mini version. But yeah, I absolutely think TikTok is being sold for money. You know, corrupt money. Has zero to do with security. If they wanted to secure TikTok, they could do it today. They could implement things and it would be secure. I mean, that's just a simple fact. Alright, here we go. We're doing all this funky stuff. No, it's not hard to do. I mean, our military is 50 years ahead of public. You know, and you don't think they already have a functioning AI that is beyond our capability of even understanding what it does right now? You know, there's so much in there that I can go down a long rabbit hole with it. You know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have the military way up, but yeah, it's not a bad thing. But they have the ability to do shit. Well, it's 18 and over, I can say shit. Sorry. Good. No swear jar on this one. What's up, corn dog? We're gonna make a mini twist here. If you want to have some fun, Google how they turned your wiring in your home into a microphone. That's pretty scary technology. I know, they only see a tip. They don't see it. And then the one that tripped me out was, I didn't know that Google Nest thermostats have a microphone in it. That's okay, Beth. That means you're normal, Beth. Just trust me, people, every once in a while, people will love it. I would do it if I were you all the time. Because you don't look like someone that would drop an F-bomb. So I think it would be funny as hell for you to do it randomly. Oh, the smart devices are absolutely, yeah, capable. Yeah, when it says you have dead battery, you don't really have a dead battery, because remember, that little red light comes on saying no battery. You know, that means there's battery in it. Probably a reserve for just certain things. And that's probably classified, and it should be. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with certain things being classified. That's funny. Yeah, I honestly, I would honestly, that could be a really good hook for you. Yeah, I definitely do, because they're genuine. People that cuss every once in a while are genuine. I just don't do it on TikTok because I know I have kids watching and I don't want to influence that behavior. I don't want to influence that. But Beth, I really think if you created this, hold on, alternate persona that every once in a while figure out what that thing needs to be, that you just came out and said, you know, F, you know, that would be really cool. I think that would be kind of your hook. Yeah, I really do. This is such a cool little mini pipe. Actually, I don't think I'm going to put a big wide bowl. I think I'm going to do this one. We're going to kind of make it a cool one. Usually when the glass pops on you, you pick up the wrong, picking up the wrong end, you have 100% clearance to do that. I was going to talk to you too, though. I have a couple of spare torches from back in the day. One of them is, yeah, absolutely steel knife, 100%. I have what's called a premix torch. It's an old National 3A, but you have a genius there that can build you a stand for it. I can kind of show you, but I have a tip and a torch, and you will burn through boro a lot faster than your soft glass torch. Just get a Y switch, so you could switch between your soft glass torch and the borosilicate torch. Now the borosilicate one is a hell of a lot hotter. It's definitely noisier, but you will burn through boro a lot better. So I would, no, you don't have to pay for it. I have actually, you've done a lot for me. You've done a ton for me, so I'm not going to do that. All right, so we're going to put this in the kiln temporarily. First time watching on here? Well, welcome in, Ken. Yeah, I actually think the YouTube view on here is honestly better than TikTok. Ooh, I see my monitor. On this side, oop, that side, that side. See that hole right there? That's my monitor. Holy crap, it's in the screen. That's my monitor, the edge of it. I didn't even realize that. That's funny. Alright, we're going to do one more, but I want to do, I want to add this purple on there. So instead of doing clear, I think having a purple, this purple carmeline stripe on there would be really neat with the glow in the dark. And since you all are on here, I don't have many people, but I do want to reward you. If you guys want to enter to win that mini twist I just made, the mini glow in the dark twist, after this video is done, just go in and comment, and whoever wants it, I'll just do a random number generator. You got, like right now, 1 in 7 chance of winning, and we'll send it off to you. Whoever wins it, we'll do a random number generator. But I want to say thank you to everybody for coming on and watching on YouTube. We are on Kick. I don't know why Kick isn't showing up as well. Maybe I need to do some different settings. I don't know. I don't know Kick that well, but I'm learning. But yeah, we'll do a giveaway on it. however many people we have at the end. I'll just do a random number generator, and we'll do it. We'll do a giveaway on it, because that's just like a mini piece. I'm gonna take some photographs of it, because I think I'm gonna offer it for sale too. I like the mini size. Oddly enough, I don't use my own products. I've never have. And that's the glow-in-the-dark glass there. Alright, we're getting this all mellowed in. So I had an order for 2 of these, but I make 3. Just in case one has a malfunction and cracks or breaks, I want to be able to ship without delay. So I always make an extra as kind of like a redundancy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Beth. I would, even if it's just to mechanically see how the glow-in-the-dark interacts with stuff in this particular build. I said, I don't have a problem with the industry. I have 0 problem with the industry. It's just, oddly enough, I've never used one of my own pieces. I've just never, it's just not my thing. I don't have a problem with it at all. I just don't need it. Alright, so let's do purple. This is called Carmeline, I think. Purple Carmeline. No, Stargazer. Stargazer. This is one of the sluggers. This is Stargazer. I just want to see how it looks. You've tried? I've never tried it. That's how I got my security clearance in the Marine Corps, because I had. And I never want to risk my security clearance if I was to ever need it again. Not like I would ever need it again. But it's nice to know that I could reapply and get it. If I ever got asked to build, glass blowing equipment for Lawrence Livermore Laboratory, you're going to need a security clearance. And I'd hate to lose that gig because of it. Building something weird. That's mostly why. I don't know if even today it has any effect on security, actually. Maybe they changed all the rules from legalization. I don't know. Haven't looked into it in 30 years. Alright, so we're blending it in here. Yeah, North Star is going to carry my glow. I don't know what they're going to call it yet. They haven't come up with a name, but I'll let you guys know as soon as the name's out. That's not the effect I thought it would have. Not quite sure about it. It's definitely got that pinky purple look to it. Well, that's good. You know, accidentally, probably a limited number of candidates. No, I don't want to name it. I'll let them do it. They'll probably run by the first three names for input, but you know, I've known Abe for 30 plus years. I'm not worried about what they're going to name it. One of their employees wanted to call it Glowgasm, and Abe was like, no, not happening. So after that conversation, I was like, okay, we're good. Yeah, I saw NATO. I understood it. Yeah, that's a pretty funny name, but Abe shut it down. I was like, okay, I'm cool. They're gonna name it something cool. It'll be fine. But they will reference me in the literature of it. So that was part of my deal. You know, the oldest, the original, and still the best. You laughed. Yeah, that was funny. It's a funny name, but yeah, not appropriate probably for the entire glass community. Okay, let's punch bowl in here. I could literally do these blindfolded. Back when I first created glow-in-the-dark glass, I was making 500 a week of the 2,000 a month of these. 2,000 pieces a month, minimum. Yeah, we could do that little week. Yeah. And they were still begging for more. I could not keep up. I mean, they'd literally call me and say, you know, can you work any extra hours? Can you get us another 500? I was like, no. I'm like, my arms are gonna fall off. That was 100 a day for 5 days a week, and then I went to 7 days a week. You know, and back then, oh crap, bug. And back then, you know, I was getting wholesale $20 a piece for them. That's a lot of money. That's back in the day when it was worth it to do this for a living on this particular style. Oh, thank you, little. I actually have a different idea for a turtle. I'm thinking of wanting to try a turtle with a blown glass body, not solid. Do it blown. It would lighten the turtle up, and I would have a little more flexibility with it. So it'd be a blown glass turtle body, and then add all the rest of the stuff solid on it. You know, the head, the fins, all that stuff. But the body itself would be hollow, which would definitely lighten it up. Yeah, and I could definitely pop it into some very serious glow-in-the-dark backgrounds on that. Still do the turtle shaping, the pattern on the shell and everything, but if it was hollow, it would be pretty amazing. And I don't see anybody else doing hollow turtles, so. It'd definitely be different. Yeah, I'm gonna incorporate this one into my pipe lineup. It's a little baby. Well, not a baby piece. It's still 4 inches. Is it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 4 inches on the dot. Doesn't look it, but yeah, it's a little 4-incher. So this will be the one I'm going to give away. So don't forget to make a comment on the video. This video. All right, let's bring this out and see if I can get it cut off here. I might not have left it in the kiln long enough to get the back end hot. Might not have. Ouch. Crap. Just stabbed my palm. Little sharp end. You gonna bleed? So who was on with me earlier when I was on the PC on TikTok? Was the sound that bad? Because I need to fix it. You were on? It was that. I mean, just be honest. It's okay to be. I want it to sound amazing. And if it sounds really bad, I need to fix it. I need to figure out how to fix it. So I need to know if it was echoey or crackly or low, high. I don't know. Well, no, I was on my phone tonight. I went back to the phone just because of the sound and consistency. But if I could get that flame, like right now, this is my phone. Yeah, I need to fix it then. I may play around with it tonight, the settings. The other night was not good, yeah. So I need to fix it. I'm not happy about it. It's the sound that's my problem. The picture is amazing. The picture on there is just bad ass. Yeah, I don't want it to sound, I don't want someone saying it sound, I've heard worse. I want you to, I want it to be like, no, that was awesome sounding. When I hear I've heard worse, that makes me think that there's a lot of room for improvement. For sure. All right, so that is the YouTube and Kick video. We got some pipes done. I'm gonna go back to TikTok in probably 15 minutes. I am gonna try the PC again on TikTok and see if I can get it a little better. I'm a little disturbed by it. Yeah, don't be afraid to say anything, please. I would rather know. I'd rather you say, that sounds like dog crap. And that way I know to work on it. I just didn't know if it was crackly, muted, or anything like that. So, but I'm going to try the better microphone this time. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love doing this live like this. It's fun. So I will see you all in just a little bit. If you are on TikTok, I'm going to go in and switch everything over to PC. Yeah, I'm switching everything over to PC and giving it a shot that way. So I'll see you all later. Oh my God, this is so cool. I do like YouTube on here. I'll see you all later. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget to comment if you want to win a little pipe. See you in a bit.